day. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, this is the National Football League. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Marcus Mariota and the Atlanta Falcons.
We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and off we go from Cleveland. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
After losing his starting job in Tennessee and playing as a backup in Las Vegas, many wondered if Marcus Mariota would get another shot to lead a team. Atlanta gave it to him this season as a bridge from Matt Ryan to the next era. Always a good runner. Don't discount Mariota as a playmaker who can win games for the Falcons. He did take Tennessee to the playoffs in his second season and gained valuable experience in Las Vegas.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing is Mariota. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
A first down throw for Mariota. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mariota now. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. They'll throw again. Mariota. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, Mariota. He's got his man, London, right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
As we watch London get that first down, it seems almost unfair about what he can do on a field. Here's a guy who's 6'4", loves to play over the rim and dunk on defenders, and can work out of the slot as well as outside the numbers. That's a big reason why he went 8th overall as the first receiver taken in a loaded class.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw, Mariota. Over the middle, caught by London. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson makes his return to the NFL gridiron this season after holding out for the entirety of 2021 and being traded from Houston. The Cleveland Browns, they made a big investment not only to bring him in, but to give him by far the most guaranteed money in NFL history. If Watson remains the same player he was in Houston, though, a 3-time Pro Bowler and one of the game's biggest playmakers, he may finally solve a decades-long search for Cleveland's franchise quarterback.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early And I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. On the return is Williams. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a 1st down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Give to Patterson, running to the right, down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 9 yards that time.
We have so many different terms for third down, third and short, third and long, third and manageable. How about third and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Throwing, Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed it.
On 4th down, Mariota is off, and on comes Atlanta's Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Koo knocks this one through the posts. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
From the 30 on second down, Watson looking for Cooper. That's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw is Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a first down throw. Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
And here's a rookie whose job isn't done just dropping quarterbacks to the turf. Arnold Ebiketie locks in on the ball from the get-go and does everything possible to strip it away from the quarterback in the pocket.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, here's Watson. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it will be Falcon football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Mariota. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Mariota on 1st down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Three-quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Now Mariota. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs. And
really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. Got Edwards now on the slant. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Williams is the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Coup now for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive spans 13 plays. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st down, Watson over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Watson off play action. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to dump this off to his runner, too shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Patterson again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do